Okay. Our list is from last week, and thank you, chat, for reminding us. It is top 3 arcade games. So we talked about Wonderland last week and the arcade games we would play there. And this week, our list is top 3 arcade games. And I was sort of realizing as I was gathering my list how many really good games I used to play there that I forgot about last week. And so this was actually kind of a tough list to pick. So who wants to start?
I'll start then.
I got a bunch of honorable mentions too, man.
I got 5, so yeah, I'll throw 2 in at the end. But all right, I'll go. My number 3 is Sunset Riders.
Sunset Riders is great. It was great. Like the Wild West game where you're like the cowboys. Yeah, man. Jumping on trains and shit. Like that game was
on the
fun.
back, you're right on a horse. Yeah, doing everything.
Fun as hell. Yes. All right, my number 3 is the Simpsons game. That was fun, and I think they have it at what's it called? Chicken Bones.
Chicken Bones has it.
Yeah, if you go to Chicken Bones, you can still play it there. But yeah, that game I played a bunch.
I think you could throw a bunch in that. Simpsons, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the X-Men game.
Yep.
Yeah, you kind of throw all 3 of those and bunch them together.
Those 2 are on my honorable mention list. So thank you for mentioning them because I got more. Yep. All right, what you got, King?
My number 3 is that Aerosmith game.
Yeah.
I just love shooting discs.
Yeah, throwing CDs. It's fun.
Are you shooting records?
No, they're CDs.
They're
CDs.
Definitely CDs. Yeah, they were like shiny and shit. All right, 3s from the chat. Booble says NFL Blitz. Yes. Duck Chef also says the Simpsons game. Oh, they're hitting wrong buttons.
My bad.
WCP says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes. All right.
Yep, lump them all together. All right, my number 2. It's a personal one, especially. I mean, everyone played it, but I was pretty good at Street Fighter 2 in the arcade.
Mm-hmm.
You put your quarter up, forgot next.
Street Fighter 2 Tournament Edition, actually. Tournament Edition. They had that in the. I think I talked about that last week, didn't I? Where I'd go play the arcade games at 7-Eleven on 6th and Blair.
Yeah, they had
ride my bike, like put my quarters in. Street Fighter 2 Tournament Edition. That shit was a banger. And then it came out on like Genesis 2 or something, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
I like Booble said, NFL Blitz, good arcade game, but equally as fun on console.
64, yeah.
Like Street Fighter 2 much better as an arcade game than console game.
Yep. Let's see. So my number 2 is Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
Lump those together too. Same thing.
Yep.
Tekken, whatever you want to throw in there.
I didn't play a lot of Tekken. I don't know. Yeah.
Too slow moving and
Yeah. No, I was definitely a huge Mortal Kombat guy though. I remember I played that a lot when I'd go to the mall or like I'd go to a movie, and after the movie I'd go into like the little arcade they'd have at the theater, like, and just play Mortal Kombat for like an hour afterwards. Man, back in the day when you just get dropped off at the mall. Like, could you imagine?
You'll pick you up at some time.
Kim, do you do that shit with your kids? Do you just like drop them off places and leave them?
No. I mean, the oldest one a little bit because he's almost in high school. Like the mall is where we'll do it.
It seems like it might be safe now. I think the mall's probably it, right? I don't know.
But my thing is, like, I'm like, you see, okay, steal my kid. No. I'm like, it's 2024. He's got gadgets on him that track him every fucking where.
Yeah, he's got Find My iPhone on him.
Put him in a trunk. Yeah, okay, I'll follow you down Coburg Road. Like, it's not trying to minimize some of this stuff. It's just a little easier to track him. If you want to play the game where someone is at the mall and wants to kidnap your shithead 14-year-old, like,
who would want to?
Who would do that?
They would have a very difficult time kidnapping your 14-year-old.
Yes, that would not. Yeah, that would be.
That wouldn't go well for them. Probably.
No, but it's not the same as we get dropped off at 11 and somehow find our way home by dark. kind of thing.
There's
not those days.
Rode my bike by myself to 7-Eleven on
Probably
6th and Blair.
middle school too.
Without a helmet.
Elementary school, I did this.
Good thing you didn't run into Austin Davies or Jalen Austin or whatever that football players.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Well,
allegedly.
I mean, were you carrying a hammer around with you, riding in the Blair district there? I mean,
someone's telling on himself. I carry a hammer on me 24/7.
Yeah.
Did you do your number 2 yet?
I did not.
Okay, what is it?
It's Gauntlet. I used to play it at Willamette Pass when I was a kid. It was one of the things I remember was Gauntlet on the arcade.
Going old school with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Gauntlet and like Battle Axe. Like, remember Battle Axe?
Yeah. They had Battle Axe and Operation Wolf. Those were the 3 games they had.
Totally. All right, number 2's from the chat. Booble says Virtua Cop. WCP
one of the first like little shooter arcade games.
Yeah, not bad.
It didn't have. I wonder what the first one. It had like the little pedal to like take cover. You like tap the pedal and you would duck off screen. I don't know if that was Virtua Cop or not. But that was definitely you had to shoot off screen to reload your bullets.
What was it? It was like House of the Dead. Was that
House of the Dead, baby?
Yeah. Yeah, no, totally. You had to like aim down and shoot to reload or something. Like, yeah. Yeah, House of the Dead was another one too. All right, 2's from the chat. Let's see. WCP says Ivan Iron Man Stewart's Super Off-Road. Yes, that was the one I talked about last week.
Yeah.
That still places, and I still play it every time. It's at round 1. They have that game, and it's fucking fantastic. Duck Duck Chef thrown in Buck Hunter.
Yeah. What a classic fucking game.
Yeah. And by the way, like
nice power game right there.
Golden Tee as well, by the
Golden
way.
Tee.
Like sort of in the same
Golden Tee's fucking tax though. So it's Buck Hunter. If you want to like run through an entire hunt, it's like $6.
Yeah. Which is that any worse than other arcade games? If you wanted to actually beat the game? Yeah. You know what?
Well, was that Wonderland with Nichols? You were good.
I just fucking remembered one that I don't have on my list that I'm going to mention after we're done because it's fucking unbelievable that I don't. And
I have.
You might not either.
I have 2. Oh man, I'm fucking. How did I miss this one?
Yeah. All right. What's your one, Ski?
All right, my number 1 greatest all-time arcade game, Battletoads.
Battletoads. I didn't know that was arcade. I thought that was just like Sega Genesis or something. Huh.
It was original Nintendo.
No shit.
That was like the era of it.
No shit.
But I always throw that in with like the side scroll like that, like Double Dragon and like Streets of Rage. Final Fight. Those are all kind of lumped together in my eyes. But I always like Battletoads.
Totally.
Battletoads.
My number 1 is Street Fighter 2 Tournament Edition. That's like the first one I really got into, and like the fact that like me and a buddy would ride our bikes just to 7-Eleven just to play that, like with quarters, like we'd gather quarters to ride our bikes there and just play that says a lot.
Did you ever go up against some like savant crackheads down there that rolled?
You throw your quarter up, and then the crackhead comes. Hey man, I got this. He's spinning Chun-Li upside down and just whomping your ass.
Unstoppable.
Yep. How about you, Kane?
My number 1 is the Jurassic Park game from 1997, where you had to sit down in a big old booth and rumble. They're breaking shit.
Yeah.
That's my number 1.
Yeah, man. Like those games where you actually had to go into a thing. Fantastic. It was so good.
And that game's still around. It's still you'll still see it at places.
I think that's around
it's Putters for sure.
Yeah, Putters, dude. Oh my god, I forgot about Putters. Oh, dude. Okay, so here's the one I was just thinking of, like in the middle of our list that I can't believe none of us mentioned. NBA Jam.
With NBA Jam, yeah.
Yeah, like NBA.
Not Skiles and Shaq every time. That was the one I realized I forgot to.
Yeah, that's
Shaq and Scotty Skiles, gritty gutty Scotty Skiles. Yep.
Can we all just say NBA Jam's number one for everybody, and everything else is like, yeah. I mean,
Ski's gonna go well. I mean, the console. I was superior at the console.
I think
game.
you'll find. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say. I'm gonna say NBA Jam wasn't even the best arcade basketball game.
Oh, he's Pat Riley's basketball over here.
Actually.
Oh no, you're gonna do a battle.
Bulls versus Blazers. Like, come on.
I'm an NBA Hang Time guy.
Hang Time was good. It was good. Not as good as NBA Jam. Come on, man. Come on.
Hang Time show on Saturday mornings with Reggie Theus as the coach, and Dick Butkus was better. Hang Time, running together.
Wow.
Hang Time, putting it on the line.
That is a deep cut.
And then I just remember they go, Hang Time.
Okay. They actually like high-fived each other also.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine Reggie Theus taking over for Dick Butkus? I mean,
I know.
Preposterous.
Tecmo Bowl wasn't an arcade game, was it? It wasn't. I think it was.
I don't think so.
I think it was just console. Yeah. That was just Nintendo. Yeah,
that was Nintendo.
And then
Super
Tecmo
Nintendo.
Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we got a bunch of honorable mentions here.
I'm gonna throw mine. Did you get their ones? Because I got a couple real quick. I'm gonna throw them together. The Cruisin' USA, Cruisin' World driving game.
Oh yeah.
And on King's one, there is I played it in a couple places. It was called Initial D. It was a racing game, but it was one to where you're sitting and driving, and it moves. The thing actually moves.
Yeah.
And it was back in like early 2000s. Like, oh, this is sick. I'm banking corners and it's tilting me over.
Okay, real quick. I almost did it. Last week, I didn't say the chat's number ones. I totally just skipped over them and ended the podcast. I almost did it again. So WCP says T2 is his number one.
It's a great one.
Yes, it is. This reminded me of it. You saying Cruisin' USA, because that's Booble's number one. And then Duck Duck Chef says Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. This is number one.
You'd love those Star Wars games for 64. I know that's a little different.
No, fantastic. Yep.
Yeah.
And then some honorable mentions from the chat. Booble says WWF WrestleMania. That was good. That was so fun. And then pinball for him, just like regular pinball.
Any pinball is good.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
You getting a malt afterwards?
Yeah, a phosphate at the.
I got some wall bonds.
I always think pinball is kind of iffy when the Who wrote a whole song about a guy that's blind, deaf, and dumb, but he was a pinball wizard. I mean, that guy can't see or hear anything.
In his eyes.
Yeah. A jukebox hero, pinball wizard.
I mean,
whatever.
Same thing.
He also.
Sorry, I'm reading Hang Time lyrics. I'm distracted.
He also.
Hang Time, the best opening rap to any video game.
I don't think I remember that.
Yeah, you wanna.
I gotta pull it up now.
Yeah, okay. I'll give some honorable mentions while you do that. Excuse me while I whip this out. Booble says also honorable mention Golden Tee. Yes. WCP's honorable mentions X-Men, The Simpsons, Double Dragon, Sunset Riders, Mortal Kombat, Daytona USA, Buck Hunter, and then he did mention NBA Jam. Let's see. Ooh, I like this. Duck Duck Chef, DDR, some Dance Dance Revolution.
I was always afraid to play that in public.
Me too.
To be perfectly honest.
No, you look at the people who played it, and they were really good at it.
Yep,
and I'm like,
I was out.
How do I start to get good at this? It's like, no, too intimidating. He also says Need for Speed Afterburner.
Need for Speed.
No, Booble. Ski's not going to sing. Ski's going to rap.
Well, yeah, it's obviously a rap.
Yeah. And then, that's all of my honorable mentions, too. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a big one. I felt weird not having it on my top 3 because I played it so much. But I think I played it more on console than I did in the actual arcade. So
I'm reading these Hang Time lyrics. I really don't think they were jamming forever.
Did you find the one? It was M. Doc did the rap for it.
What?
This one is thanks to Biff Jones.
Yeah, how do we feel about these, by the way? Like Papa Shot. Booble says Papa Shot. Does that count?
No.
No, I mean,
It takes skill. Like it's a different skill set.
My strategy for that is middle of the square every single time. You just laser them at the square, and then the ball, because the balls are always flat, so they just right down.
Did you know that in Hang Time, not only were they hanging together, but they were sharing a dream so fine?
how much of this can I play that we don't get copy struck by M-Doc? Is the question.
I think it's like 15 seconds. Is that all
50,
we're allowed?
all right, I'm gonna try to do it for 15 seconds and tell me this.
You can just rap it. Come on, man.
The beat. You need to hear the beat.
We can't hear it. But go ahead.
Damn it.
No.
No.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Yeah, we can hear it. Uh-huh. Yeah. No, Ski, go ahead. Go off.
He raps too fast. I don't have that flow.
Okay.
Just search M-Doc, what you gonna do, and tell me it's
M-Doc, what you gonna do? Okay. Also, some more honorable mentions before we bounce out of here. WCP says Frogger, Rampage, which we forgot. Rampage was great. And then Asteroids too. Yeah, Rampage was great. I played a lot of Rampage. What was the Spy versus Spy? I played that one too. That game's hard as shit, by the way. Like, just it's like you're chasing on a car and it moves way too fast. I don't know how anybody's ever good at that, but yeah. All right, anything else? We good?
Well, if you were playing for the team in Hang Time, you'd be hot, you'd be in the zone, part of the team, you'd win a game. Never alone. That's just the mantra. You would win that game.
Pac-Man?
I was a Ms. Pac-Man on Sega.
Ms. If anything,
yeah.
it's Ms.
Ms. was better.
Give me the bow.
Nope.